Hi, Robin Plim here, and today I want to show you a tapping technique created by Mike Mandel called the six-step tapping protocol. I'll just refer to it as six-step tapping. It uses elements of traditional EFT tapping, fast EFT tapping, NLP, hypnosis, and other techniques to work quickly and efficiently to help you deal with your emotional-based issues. So you think that doesn't apply to you? Let me show you how emotions can be seen as the root of so many issues. If you want to jump straight to the demonstration, the timestamp will be in the description. Now, emotions cause chemicals to be released into the body. Feelings are how we describe those physical reactions. We lock those emotions and physical reactions into our body from events that take place in our lives. Remember, emotions and feelings are the language a child will function from. It can then become the body's go-to when reacting in the future. Even years later, we can return to those same emotions and feelings when we are triggered by an event that takes us back, a similar situation, stress, anxiety, or we rethink about the initial event, which can be good or bad. We move from energy to matter, locking that into the body with the emotions. It then becomes a trigger, a behavior, a pattern, or physical illness. So now you can see why tapping can be so effective, particularly this type of tapping. So how does it work? The tapping points are directly linked to acupressure points and meridians for the primary organs in the body, which generate the chemical reactions that create emotional sensations. Tapping disrupts the signal between your brain and the body's main organs. These organs are the ones that get your fight or flight response going. The aim is to alter the subconscious programming using our body's biology and our brain's neurology, modifying the subconscious program, which is all very technical. Just know that it works. So what are some of the benefits? Stress reduction, pain management, emotional healing, improved sleep, weight management, focus and concentration, just to name a few. My disclaimer, I am not a doctor. So please remember that while EFT has shown promising results in some studies and anecdotal reports, it should not be used as a replacement for professional medical or psychiatric care. Always consult with a healthcare professional before starting any new treatments. So before I start the demonstration, there are a few points to remember. Make sure you're hydrated. Dehydration can slow or stall the process. Remember to rate the feelings from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, before you start and reassess after each round. Use your dominant hand, tapping with all of the fingers to make sure you hit the points, and either side of the body works fine. Go after all of the roots of the problem. Keep tapping until you get to 0 on each. Make sure you're saying the key words that keeps you focused on the problem as you tap each point. Stick to the 6 points. Don't get creative. They just won't work. They have to be on the acupressure and the meridians. If the numbers are not dropping quickly, change rooms or locations. It may have some electromagnetic interference. And notice and treat if the words change. Go after any variations until you get everything down to 0. So I'm going to demonstrate the points before we start. The first one is the center of the top of the head. Take your hands above the ears, reach them into the center, and we are looking at that center line across the very top of the head. So that's our first point. The second point is the center of the forehead. The third is the outer corner of the eye out towards the temple. The fourth is under the eye on that bony ridge. The fifth is under the collarbone near the sternum. So there's two little divots there. If you can find those, that is the fifth point. And the sixth point is either to tap or squeeze the wrist, the inside of the wrist. Right, tune into the problem. What's going on? What's causing you anxiety? What's causing you fear? What's causing these emotions, these sensations, these feelings in the body? You want to make sure you feel it in the body, the physical sensation rather than the thought of it. Okay, so get out of the head. Name the feeling out loud, such as this stress about work, this fear of flying, this anxiety, and then give it a rating between 1 and 10. 1 being almost nothing and 10 being as bad as it can get. Now, if you're not sure where that number is, start at 10. It's the easiest place to do. So let's have a go. You can do your own feeling along with me at the same time. So what do we call it to name the feeling? All right, so this anxiety. Okay, how bad can I make it feel right now? Feel it in my body between 1 and 10. Oh, it would be a 7. So when it's there, we're going to start tapping 6 to 10 times on each point. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. Take a breath. Peace and release the breath. Okay, so tap back in again. Okay, it's definitely come down. It now feels like a 4. Okay, so we do another round. This anxiety. 6 to 10 times. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. This anxiety. Peace. Okay, so now that feels like a 0. But if you haven't got down to 0 yet, keep going until you get to 0. Now, how bad is it now is what you ask. Rate it. Now, the words may change. Okay, that anxiety might shift to confusion or fear or something. So shift it. Okay, so it's now this fear, and go through the whole process again. Now, you'll notice that there might be variations. There often are. It's sometimes not a single trigger. So keep going until you've run out of things to link it to and you've lost those feelings in the body. We've got them right down to 0. So check for layers and variations. What else? All right, now don't stop too soon. Just because you're feeling better, continue until it reaches 0. Remember, if the progress is really slow, drink a glass of water, wait 10 minutes and do it again. Try a different location or room. You have nothing to lose by going after your own emotional triggers and baggage. How can you apply this in your life and free up yourself from those limitations? So I hope you found this of benefit. I would love to see some comments below if you try it and how you found it. So for more spiritual and conscious content, like, share, and subscribe. And I touch on a lot of this stuff about the energy and the emotions in my book, Awake, Aware, Conscious, which is available from Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Balboa. And if you live in New Zealand, let me know and I can flick you a copy. So printed and ebook format. So thank you for your presence today.